In today's video, we are going to discuss about transitioning your existing PPC campaign structure to the updated one. And by your existing PPC campaign structure, I mean there can be campaigns in which you have exact phrase or broad match, all three match types together in one campaign, or there can also be campaigns in which you have multiple keywords in single exact match campaign. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about how we can do the transition from your whatever existing campaign structure you have to the updated one. So let's discuss why do we need to do that in first place. If we first talk about the campaigns in which the exact phrase and broad all three match types are together in one campaign, then you can't fully optimize the search terms of the broad match and the phrase match. Like you are doing negative targeting for the phrase match and for the broad match, and that may have an impact on the performance on the exact match if the keywords are similar. And then again, if you are running, let's say, stress ball keyword in exact match and same keyword is in broad match in the same campaign, then the sale attribution, then the contribution towards sale would be from both sides, from exact and from broad. Now the thing is, if your exact targeting has a conversion of around 20% and your broad keyword targeting, like you are targeting stress ball keyword in a broad match type, and it's also getting order on the term stress ball, and its conversion is around 10%, then your average conversion is going to be around 15%, assuming both keywords are bringing same number of orders. So that's the issue, that's the challenge here, due to which we do not prefer to have two different match types in one campaign. Now let's come to other campaign structure, other scenario in which you have multiple keywords like only in the exact match in same campaign. Now what happens is the placement data of this campaign, that is an average of all the keywords. For example, you have 5 keywords in one campaign. The placement data, you can't see that, you can't sort that out, you can't segregate that out based upon each individual keyword in that particular campaign. That placement data is going to be an average of all the keywords which you have in the same campaign. That can be 5 keywords, that can be 10 keywords, that can be 15 keywords. So when you do not know the actual placement data of each individual keyword, it's going to be an estimation, it's going to be a calculated guess. Now if you play with the placement, or if you kind of do the placement optimization, that can have positive impact on the performance of some of the keywords. But at the same time, because your one change is going to impact all 5, all 10 keywords, at the same time, that placement change can have negative impact on the echoes or performance of other keywords, because whatever changes you are doing in the placement percentage level, that has impact on all 5, all 10, all 15 number of keywords. So this change, if you are keeping the performance of one keyword in mind, and based upon the performance of that keyword, you are playing with the placement data, that could have a negative impact on your performance of other keywords. That's why if you have single keyword per campaign structure, that's very easy to optimize, that's very handy to use, and kind of that helps you to do the justice, to take the right decision, to see the accurate data, and kind of to do the pinpoint changes in the placement or in the bid level, so you can optimize each and every keyword individually. So once we do have the clarity of why we should move towards single keyword per campaign and why we shouldn't keep on going with the old campaign structures, then the next question is how we are supposed to do that. Should we do it in a very slow manner, like picking out some keywords and then running those in a separate campaign, then waiting for some time once they get adjusted, then we are supposed to repeat this process again and again and kind of expand this process to maybe 3 to 4 months? This is one way. And the other approach is do it for one particular SN in one single time period, and just sit on the table for once and do it all for once, and that is kind of the quick approach. I have done both. I have tested the campaign transitioning activity with both approaches. The issue is, or the scenario is, both of the approaches kind of bring up the same result. But when you do it with the slow way, you see data in a different time range. Sometimes you want to take an abrupt movement or decision, and because of that you kind of see the data of maybe last 5 days, last 7 days, and you are taking decision on different time frames and on different date range, which shows different accuracy of data level. So you're, it's not like you are doing one change and then after that you are checking out the things after 18 days, 20 days, or maybe 30 days. You need to do this on a frequent basis, otherwise it might take around 6 to 8 months. So once we kind of incorporate all those elements, it jeopardizes the slow approach, the output of the slow approach basically. And I'm saying the approach would be same if you kind of do have the experience, and if you take the date range in a very experienced way, in a very handy way, only that's when you can have the similar result from both approaches. Otherwise, if multiple people are managing your account, or if the person who is doing this stuff is not experienced, he can kind of jeopardize the stuff. And the other thing is, let's say even if both approaches do get the same output, the time to perform this activity for in a quick approach, that's very less, and that's very handy. And yes, for some time period you are closing some campaigns, or you are closing some keyword, then you are running those in a separate campaign, but it gets fixed in maximum 2 to 3 weeks. That's the only time which it takes. Basically it gets back to the flow basically. And in the slow approach it takes a lot of time and your energy is consumed a lot. So in my opinion, the quick approach of doing the transition is better. Now let's discuss how we are supposed to do the transition. Let's discuss a scenario here. For example, you have a product which has a good ranking capability. You have tested it out, and this product has stayed on top ranks in the past. And you are running all the campaigns like passive targeting, auto, phrase, broad, exact, all such kind of stuff. Now, the big condition is your product do have the ranking capability. Your product is market fit. The value your product is offering basically is a good fit for the market. This is kind of a precondition, and this is an important condition. If you have this kind of scenario and your tacos is not controlling, and your campaign is kind of making loss, and you are running all kind of campaigns like exact phrase, broad, video, then auto, then SEM targeting, then sponsor brand, sponsor display. If in this case you cut down all the broad, phrase, and auto campaigns, you cut down all the non-ranking campaigns, and even in the ranking campaigns, you shift these to the single keyword per campaign. And instead of investing on 40 keywords, and your budget is kind of, your campaign is kind of going out of budget, and you are not managing things properly, instead of managing 40 keywords, if you narrow it down to maybe 10, 15 keywords, but you are running those like single keyword per campaign, you are managing or optimizing their placement, and then again you are giving them enough budget, you would see around same or similar number of orders. You can see 25 to 30% minus or plus, that depends really upon the scenario, but your number are going to be pretty close, because instead of giving focus or dividing your focus into 70, 80 different things, you are being laser focused on 10, 15 keywords only, which you can do the justice with. Just by picking up this approach, you would see around similar number of sales. And then again, much more than that, even if your sales are a bit down, even if your sales are 25 to 30% down, your tacos is going to get reduced to almost half, almost 40, 50% reduction in tacos. And then if you kind of, after stabilizing on these keywords, after achieving the organic rank, if you kind of repeat this process with more exact match keywords from your customized keyword list, you are going to get back your target number of sales very soon, with a very controlled tacos, with tacos that would be around 50% to 40% less than what you were having previously as the tacos. So that is a very simple, pretty simple, and a powerful technique to manage PPC in current scenario. Now, when we are saying that there is a big condition that your product should have a good ranking capability, that comes down, or that breaks down to the design development, that breaks down to the market study, to the micro niche selection, to the product development, to the sourcing effort, and we have learned all those in previous sessions. So if you are managing your own product and you see this condition, you are not capable enough to cater this condition, you can learn from all those activities, you can apply all those knowledge at that point, and you can make your product a good market fit. Because you can have my words on this, if you don't have a good market fit product, even though you are a damn expert in advertising, you are going to suffer sooner or later. If you're not suffering right now because of good PPC skills, tactics, the way market is growing, the direction in which the market is growing, you're going to suffer pretty soon. PPC with great technical skills works great for the great product only. If you have remarkable skills of PPC and you don't have a great product, no matter how much good you are in the PPC skills, no matter how much good grip you have, your product is not going to work sooner or later. So the thing is, these two things kind of work hand in hand. And before taking up a client or before taking up a project for your PPC management, you need to evaluate, even for that, even if you are not working in the product development part, even though you are only doing as working as a PPC expert, as a PPC agency, still in that case you should have that capability, or you should have that basic knowledge that you can qualify a product if this product is as per a good quality according to the situation or according to the condition of the market or not. Because if the product is not a good fit for the market, your PPC skills are going to be multiplied to 0.1. That's going to be reduced to 10% to the potential whatever you have right now. So that's very important thing here. So let's assume you are shifting the campaign structure from multiple keyword campaign to single keyword campaign, and you are shutting down all the auto, phrase, broad, such kind of campaign. What you are doing is you are basically improving the performance of the keyword of one individual keyword. Like you are getting around 5 orders maybe from 10 keywords, so it's around 50 order. But now from 5 keywords you are getting 10 orders, or it can be around 12 to 15 orders. So you are achieving kind of similar number of orders, or you are achieving much more from a single keyword as you were getting before than this, because you have improved the conversion. So with the same traffic you are getting better result just by correcting the structure of the campaign, and you improve the performance of the keyword. And before, like you were getting around maybe 100 orders, and out of those 100 you had around 80 PPC orders and 20 organic orders, because on every keyword you were running PPC with the mindset of getting profitability, with the mindset of only getting PPC orders. But here is the difference between the digital marketing side and the Amazon PPC side. If instead of focusing on those 15-20 different ad types and different keywords, if you are super focused or hyper focused on half of the number of the keywords which you are aiming before, then instead of getting 80% PPC orders, you may be getting around 40-50% PPC orders, and the remaining all of the orders you are getting from organic contribution or from organic ranks or from organic sales. Now those organic orders are basically pure gold. You are not spending money for that. Those are the orders which you are getting organically, and those orders are going to help you a lot in controlling your tacos and in improving your profitability overall. And what you are doing is basically you are slashing down your focus to the limited hyper relevant keywords instead of running each and everything in PPC. So that's an important mindset which you need to understand here. So let's discuss how we are supposed to do the transition. You need to select the date range of last 30 days instead of 7 days or 4 days or 14 days. I would highly suggest you to select the date range of last 30 days. Now you need to go through each and every campaign individually. Every campaign is going to have a top performer, any keyword which is performing best in that particular campaign. Then every campaign is going to have a range of keywords which are average performer, like those are bringing some orders. I mean, those keywords are bringing less orders as compared to top performer, but still they are bringing order. You need to copy all those keywords and put those in an Excel sheet. And then there are going to be some poor performers, those keywords which have been into the campaign for a very long time, but those keywords have no impression or only clicks and no sales. You need to copy those keywords as well in a separate tab in the same sheet. So basically we are segregating the campaign into three type of keyword. First type is the top performer, and then second type is the average performer, and then third type is the very poor performer, those keywords which only have click or maybe very less number of orders or very high number of click, that is very poor conversion, or those keywords only have impressions and no sales. So these are going to be three scenarios. For the top performer, what you need to do is you need to leave these keywords as such in the campaigns. For the low performer or mediocre performer keywords, you need to copy all those keywords in the Excel sheet, in one tab of Excel sheet. And for the low performer, you need to again copy all those keywords in the second tab of the same Excel sheet. Now, when you have collected all the average performer keywords in the same sheet, you need to check out if there is any duplicate keyword. Like here, I would like to mention again, if you still don't know that Amazon consider the singular and plural keyword as same. For example, stress ball and stress balls. Now those keywords can have different search volume and different search result on Amazon side if Amazon is not auto correcting them on the search result. But PPC, Amazon Advertising Console, that caters the singular plural keyword as same. And then again, if there's a keyword like the stress ball, and only simple stress ball, then Amazon is also going to consider these keywords same as well. So what you need to do is we need to check out if there are any duplicate keywords or there are keywords with the same singular and plural element, or there are keywords which only have adjective with them. So we can check out those keywords manually, and we can do the deduplication here. And once we are done with that, we need to put all these average performer keywords in a separate campaign. And you're going to see right now in the current algorithm scenario, whatever Amazon is doing right now, you're going to see that those keywords are going to pick the pace in around 3 weeks. Now, definitely, whatever budget you were consuming before than that, when keywords were multiple keywords in single campaign, you are going to consume more budget, much more budget than the previous one. So in this case, you can have a grip on your own end. Like for example, you have around you can say 30 keywords, which keywords were performing as a mediocre, and you have kind of fetch those keywords in an Excel sheet. And so what you can do is when you are going to create a single keyword campaign, your budget consumption is going to be 1.5 times more, or maybe even more than that, depending upon whatever scenario you are playing your PPC with. So in that case, you can kind of pick only 5 to 10 keywords in the first go, and then apply the phase one, part one activity there. Like you need to go aggressive, rank those keywords, see the increment in your organic orders, and then add the second batch of keyword, and then add this third batch of keyword. This is how you can do that. And for all the low performers, I would highly suggest you to do the customized keyword sheet or customize keyword list activity here, and see if these keywords which are poor performing, are they kind of depicting different intent of product, are these keywords relevant to your product or not, are these keywords outlier keyword, or do this keyword should fall under the negative keyword list. You need to pass these poor performing keywords from these 4 5 filters. And once these keywords pass through all these filters and you see these keywords do have the potential, only then you are supposed to put those in the in the list of keywords which you're supposed to create the single keyword campaign eventually, whenever the turn of that particular keyword batch will come to create or activate their campaigns. If you have multiple products in your account, what you can do is you need to apply the Pareto rule here. You need to figure out top 20% products which have the 80% problematic numbers in your PPC account. So you are not going to check out the top 20% product which are performing 80% results, or which are delivering 80% result in the PPC campaign. You are not going to do that. We need to take it from a different angle. We need to pick up top 20% products which consist or show around 80% problem of our PPC performance. And then you need to pick up the top problematic SN one by one, and you need to do the transition per one product in a single go. And that's how you will do the transition gradually for any account which have multiple products in that particular account. So that's how you are supposed to do the transition here. That's all from this video. I'll see you soon from the next one. Till then, goodbye.